Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. So as you can tell from the title, I am going to be doing another trailer style kind of build. So I did a trailer starter home probably like a month ago, or maybe a month and a half ago. I don't actually know how long ago it was, but I've done a trailer starter home before, and I did actually say that I wanted to make that area of Oasis Springs where it's kind of where Johnny Zest lives. There's 5 lots. There's like 2 or 3 30 by 20s, 2 20 by 15s, and then I think Johnny Zest's lot is like 30 by 40. I'm not sure, but all of them surrounding lots I've decided to make into like a kind of start area for my save file. So if you don't know, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, I am in the process of making a save file, but it's not going to be out for a while because I worked it out. I've mentioned this before in a video. I worked it out, and if I do 2 videos a week like I normally do, I upload Wednesdays and Sundays, that it should be done by like April 2020. So it's a long way off, but I'm aiming to, or I say I'm aiming, I'm hoping to do a lot more speed builds in the summer. So I am actually a university student. I've talked about it quite a lot, but I am a university student, and doing 2 speed builds a week is honestly all I can do. I would like to do more, not just to widen my audience and all that kind of stuff, just because I love doing speed building videos. It's like my hobby, but with my schedule it's a little bit hard, and so I think in the summer I'm gonna probably still do 2 definite uploads a week, but maybe a little bit more to get my save file just out a little bit quicker, because I want to be able to open my save file or my Sims and just have built every single thing that I'm looking at in the map. I just think that's such a cool thing. I mean, I could probably do it with some houses that I've built before, because I have built quite a lot of the houses. Quite a lot of them aren't actually on the gallery, but I don't know, I'm completely rambling. But anyway, so that little part of Oasis Springs, I have decided to make into a trailer park for like the cheaper part of Oasis Springs, because in every single world I want there to be like a starter neighbourhood, a kind of mediumly priced part of like the 30 to 40,000 kind of houses, and then like 60,000 simoleon kind of houses, and then like the 2 big houses. Say in Oasis Springs there is 2 lots, which one the land grabs live on and the other one is an empty lot. Like obviously they're not going to be starter houses, but for the part of Oasis Springs that I'm currently building in I'm just going to call it Johnny Zest area, because everyone should kind of know where he lives. If you don't, I don't know how to explain it otherwise, but in the area that he lives in, I've decided to make into a trailer park, and all of the houses are going to be starter houses. And I absolutely loved building a trailer the last time I did it, and I just think it's just so much fun, and I absolutely love building starter houses. If you're new here and you haven't seen my channel before, if you go on my channel, there's a lot of starter houses, just because I just love it. It's like my thing. Some people like building really big, expensive houses. I do like doing that, but I am more of a fan of building small, quaint, on a budget houses, so it's easier for you to put in your game. And if you just want to start a sim from scratch, you can kind of just place them in. And yeah, so that was kind of what I was going for. And as you can see, I haven't actually spoken about the build that much so far, so I mean, you kind of get the grasp that it is a trailer, and there is a trailer next to it. So when I was building this, you probably have seen me kind of look at the landscaping for the trailer next to it, which I'll also did a speed build on. I'll link that at the end of the video if you'd like to watch that. You don't have to watch that, but if you're intrigued, or if you liked this one and you want to see another one, I did do a speed build on my last one. But I actually kept in quite a lot of the landscaping in this build. And in my last trailer video, I spent like 3,000 to 4,000 simoleons on just landscaping, and this time I was like, that ain't happening, because I was such like obviously it's a starter home, so you're with a budget, and I was like, that can't happen again. So this time I tried to rein it in a little bit with the spending on the landscaping, and so I did kind of just that. I used the big lavender plants, which I think they came with Outdoor Retreat, and they are so much cheaper than the normal lavender plants, but I actually figured out that they were like cutting in to the build and they were coming through the floor, and it was just annoying me so much, and I didn't want to put down the staircase and then redo it, so I kind of just spent a little bit more money and went for the more expensive lavenders. So the bigger, kind of more spread out lavenders, I do replace them with the normal lavenders. But yeah, I decided to keep the landscaping in this build just because I thought it would be nice for you to see the landscape and the terrain painting. If you don't like the terrain painting and you wish I kind of cut that out, let me know, because I personally find it satisfying to watch. I don't know about other people, but that's just something that I personally like to watch. I just think it's really satisfying watching someone like paint terrain. That sounds really weird, but hopefully you don't mind it. If you do, let me know in the comments down below so I know not to include as much of it. But now we're on to the interior, and as you can kind of see, I'm going around and putting the staple items in. I do this with a lot of my starter homes because I don't want to spend a lot of money on the living room and the kitchen, and then I'll get to the bedrooms and I'm like, well, I have no money left, kind of thing. And so I always go in and put like the staple items, so like an oven, a fridge, the beds, the toilet, the bathroom. Like, so basically the bathroom's done now. I didn't go back and add anything else in there, but I just like having the staple items because then I know, right, I've got everything in this house that I need, and the rest is just kind of the decoration. And I mean, you don't need a sofa, but obviously you're going to have a sofa, but I didn't make them. I'd never make them, actually, one of my staple items. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to speak about the build a little bit. So as you can see, this is a 2-bedroom trailer. So the last trailer I did was for a single sim, and the sim that I envisioned to live in the last trailer was like a single sim. I didn't really have a gender preference or whatever. A single sim, and they were kind of like an aspiring actor or actress. That was kind of what I had in my head. And for this speed build, I actually decided that I wanted a mum and a teenage daughter, and I have a storyline in my head. I've actually already created Sims, and I've actually already played in this house, and everything works. Like, I didn't play test it to like see if everything works, because most of the time I'm very thoughtful with how I place my objects, so I never really feel like I need to play test it. But I have played in this house, and the people that I created to live in this house was a mum and a teenage daughter, a single mum. And the mum's actually quite a mean sim, and she doesn't really like her daughter. And if you watched my last speed building video, which was the Feng apartment, you would have heard me speak about how I always create these perfect sims and all that kind of stuff, and that I wanted to create a mean sim, or I had created a mean sim. I can't remember if I actually had created one at this point. It's been a few days, so I don't actually know. It's been a long week. But I actually said that I wanted to create a mean sim, or that I had created a mean sim, and that sim actually lives here. So, I mean, that's a little insert. I don't know if you actually care about that, but I'm telling you anyway. But anyway, now we're just moving on and cluttering the kitchen. There is quite a lot of debug items in this build, just because starter house clutter items are quite expensive, and so I did use quite a lot of debug items, which you can find very easily in the debug menu. And I've already passed it now, but in the kitchen there is 3 levels of shelves. There's just kind of like a top shelf that has like bottles on and spices and all that kind of stuff. And I actually forgot to put it in when I was speed building this. I put it in at the end, but I didn't record that bit. I actually made the last shelf a shelf for glasses, and it just looks so cool and realistic. I've never thought of doing it before, and when I was in the debug menu, I just decided just to clutter it all up with glasses, and it looks so realistic. I'm definitely going to do it in the future. I didn't obviously record this, so it will be in the screenshot so you can kind of see, but you can kind of see now where the books are just next to the fridge, and like there's some tissues. All of that goes and it's replaced by 6 or 7 glasses and some like books, and I think the books stay there, I'm not completely sure. But yeah, so I just want you to mention that in case you like watch the screenshots and you're like, hang on a minute, that's not what was there. But anyway, now I'm just doing the teenage girl's bedroom, and I imagine that her she doesn't really get along with her mum. She's not really like a bad sim, but she just has she has different opinions to her mum, and she's kind of like a rebellious kind of sim. This is what I kind of imagined. So I did her room quite dark, and I never really do this colour palette, and I really want to try some new things, because I feel like I always do the same kind of thing. I mean, with my builds, why did I say build so weird just then? With my speed builds, I always try and do something new. You really never know what you can expect when I upload a new video, because sometimes it's completely out of the random, the weirdest ideas. But with bedrooms, I kind of tend to, I've got a comfort of, right, I know which goes with what, and I just wanted to experiment with it a little bit. And so doing like the dark furniture and like the reddy kind of pinky walls, I just think it looked really cool. Hopefully you like it. This build is available to download in the gallery if you do like it and you want it in your game. But yeah, so I'm just finishing up and cluttering up their little house, and yeah. But anyway, that is the end of this video. As always, I hope you guys did enjoy watching me. Wow, I can't speak. I hope you guys did enjoy watching me build this 2-bedroom starter home. As always, if you do like my content, then please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next speed building video. Wow. Bye guys.